Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Mike, coming to you from Potrero, Costa Rica. In today's video, we're going to talk about the legendary Cocos Island of Costa Rica. Now, this island was the inspiration for the island in the movie Jurassic Park. It was also inspiration for the book called Treasure Island, and famous explorer Jacques Cousteau called Cocos Island the most beautiful island in the world. So if you're new here, I make videos about Costa Rica and my life here, so make sure to hit that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with all the new content. You guys ready? Let's get into the video. So Cocos Island, or Isla del Coco, as it's called here, is an island that's owned by Costa Rica, and it's located about 300 miles southwest of the mainland, way out in the Pacific Ocean. It's only about 9 square miles in size, so it's pretty small, but it's actually the largest uninhabited rainforest island on the planet. The entire island was designated a national park in the year 1978, and it was made a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1997. It has no permanent inhabitants other than the Costa Rican park rangers that live there. And access to the island is only allowed with the permission of the rangers, and no one's allowed to camp or stay overnight on the island itself. It's about as remote of a place as you can find anywhere on Earth. So the island was formed by volcanic eruptions roughly 2 million years ago. Because of this, it's very mountainous, and it also receives abundant rainfall because of its humid tropical climate. It's pretty close to the equator. In fact, the average rainfall is about 275 inches per year, and because of all this precipitation, there's over 200 waterfalls scattered all throughout the island. Now, while the island itself is amazing, most of it has actually gone unexplored. Any visitors or tourists that do get a chance to come to the island are almost all scuba divers. So Cocos Island was named one of the top 10 best scuba diving spots in the entire world, and it's especially well known for all this different species of sharks that are in the waters surrounding the island. It's home to the largest schools of hammerhead sharks in the world. There's also huge populations of reef sharks and whale sharks. Now, the only way to get to the island is with a tour company, and it's about a 36-hour boat ride from the mainland of Costa Rica all the way across the Pacific Ocean to Cocos Island. Because it's such a remote place, only the real experienced and hardcore adventure seekers really ever get a chance to visit the island. Now, to me, the most interesting part of the island are all the legends surrounding pirate treasure that may still be buried there. So Cocos Island was first discovered by explorers from Spain and France as early as the 1500s. Over the years, the island has been the site of many treasure hunting expeditions, hundreds of them. The most famous treasure supposedly located on the island is from the story of the treasure of Lima from Peru. So what happened is in the year 1820, an army was approaching Lima in Peru, and the viceroy named Jose de la Serna, he gave all the city's gold and treasure to this British sailor named William Thompson. And he said, "Hey, William, I need you to take this treasure, keep it safe on your boat. We're being invaded, so I want this treasure to be out of the city." So William, instead of obeying these instructions, him and his crew killed all of the viceroy's men and just took off with the treasure and the gold and sailed across the Pacific to Cocos Island, where they buried the treasure to come back to later. Eventually, Thompson and his men were all captured, and they executed all of his men for piracy except Thompson and his first mate. He told the Spaniards that he would show them where the treasure was if they spare in exchange for his life, basically. But when they were going to find the treasure, he somehow escaped and returned to Cocos Island and was never seen again. So the treasure of Lima is said to be worth about $1 billion in today's money. So unfortunately, the Costa Rican government has banned further exploration of the island, so the treasure may never be found. In the year 2012, an engineer named Sean Whitehead,
He was actually granted permission to go explore the island with ground penetrating radar and other, high tech equipment. And him and his crew were actually able to go to the island, but they were granted a 6 month approval to be there and to search, and their 6 months expired before they were able to discover anything. Earlier, a German explorer named August Giesler actually lived on the island from the year 1897 to 1908, and supposedly he was actually even able to find a few gold coins just here and there, but he never actually found, the bounty, the big stash of treasure. In more recent years, even former US President Franklin Delano Roosevelt traveled to the island in the 1930s and did some expeditions there, but he was unable to find anything.
So at the end of the day, who knows if the treasure will actually ever be found? Right now, it's pretty much impossible because there is a ban by the Costa Rican government on going to the island and exploring the island. So unless the few park rangers that live there have launched their own expedition or trying to find the gold, who knows? Personally, I think the treasure is real. I think with all the stories, and they seem to be pretty verified that it does exist and it is buried somewhere on the island. But what do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below. Do you think the treasure is real? And if it is, would you like to go look for it? Okay guys, hope you enjoyed the video. It was super fun making this video and learning more about Costa Rican history and this amazing Cocos Island of Costa Rica. Now, I'm not a scuba diver, so the chances are pretty slim that I'll ever actually get to go to the island. It's such a trek to actually get there. But if you like this video, go check out the last video I made. I'll throw it up on the screen here about the ancient stone spheres of Costa Rica. Really interesting piece of Costa Rican history. See you next time. Pura vida.